GM, hello everyone. Welcome back to HGVIS Digital Fashion Podcast, where we bridge the gap between fashion and technology. In each episode, we welcome pioneers who are shaping AI, digital fashion, NFTs, Web3, and blockchain to share their latest trend and their insights into this industry. I'm Yejin Lee, Isola, your guide through this exciting journey. Before we dive into today's episode, a quick reminder to subscribe our channel. Stay updated on the latest trends. If you like our content and think it's helpful for you, please put a heart and share it. Today, we are excited to invite Yejin join us from Seoul, South Korea. She's a researcher and consultant for digital fashion and Web3 area. Her blog, Sticker Fashion, takes deep dive into the latest trends of pioneer in digital fashion. Welcome, Yejin. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to having you here. First, we want to start our episode with your introduction. Can you share with how you start the journey with digital fashion?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm Yejin Lee, and I just started my career as a digital fashion researcher and content creator as well. And well, I'm originally from Seoul and just moved to Busan, South Korea. And to talk about my journey about digital fashion, I think I need to briefly talk about my background, if you don't mind. So about my education, I was majoring in textile and fashion at the fine art faculty. So which means my general interests were fashion and design, like as other fashion design students.
Yeah.
So I was especially interested in those fashion and design trends, and I really liked it to do the concept design as well. So I was always thinking to do something like creative, and I was also interested in public engaging as well. So I recently started my career with an international fashion brand, and my role was overseas strategy team. And because of my interest was those like fashion trends, and my work was related to like research about the next fashion trend, I think like naturally I was used to those digital fashion, because whenever I research about this like the next fashion trend, the digital fashion was keep pop up. And then like it already started to happen, like a lot of innovative leaders, they already started a lot of interesting digital fashion project. So I also realized that I would like to dive in that digital fashion field. So while I started to learn about this field, I really liked it because I could approach and research whenever and like wherever I am. So like I can like research and experience and do whatever I want. Even I'm not in the like, for example, top fashion city, you know what I mean? So yeah, I really like this field, and currently I'm still learning a lot of things. I need to learn a lot. And then like every day I find so many exciting new digital fashion projects. And like I really like to learn a lot from those like industry leaders like you. Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting journey. We are always like this industry is moving very fast. We are all learning by doing things. And as you said, you are researching a lot. I know you have amazing blog, sticker fashion. So for you in the digital fashion ecosystem, what are some new exciting startups? As you mentioned before, you see every day a lot of things are happening. What you find something like digital fashion program is interesting? Can you share with us?
Yeah, sure. So this is my ecosystem map of digital fashion.
Mhm.
So while I was creating this map, I found so many interesting brands and like so many leaders and founders and other like communities as well. So
Mhm.
there are a lot. Like for example, there were like Digital Fashion Week NY, which is like right here.
Mhm.
it was really fascinating for me because they literally hosted a whole fashion week only for the digital fashion. I think it's really a big thing and important thing to have like our own digital fashion week. So I'd like to
Mhm.
mention them. And like I also during that like digital fashion week, I could discover and find so many interesting new designers. So I
Mm.
also believe that this can be like a whole connection.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really interesting for me.
Mhm.
And like, I also want to mention about Psyche as well, because I was quite interested in their recent collaboration with the British Fashion Council at the London Fashion Week. And
Mhm.
it was, I remember that it was quite like they had a lot of contents about it. And then especially their like collectives, I remember that they work with those like top digital
Yeah,
artists,
fashion. Yeah.
yeah, top digital fashion designers.
Mhm.
So and it was really impressive for me. And especially one another thing I would like to talk is their like unique concepts. So they have really like memorable design. Their like branding is really unique, and like it was really like dreamlike colorway that they select. What I'm saying is like it made me like keep remember their brand and keep making me search about them. So I think like their project was quite impressive. And also, like, I would like to talk about Future Front Row, which is directed
Yeah.
with like, Isabel. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I also saw that their holographic runway at Amsterdam
Yeah,
Fashion Week
it's super
was really
amazing.
cool. I was so surprised. And
Mhm.
like they literally mixed the tradition, like gorgeous fashion, and then like they made those holographic futuristic runways. Yeah, I like actually it made me to like imagine more things like this kind of holographic runway. You can do a lot of things, like people can experience much more. So I was really like expecting a lot about this project. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. That's great. Yeah, I
Mhm.
also see their video is kind of one of the first having this concept to showcase
Yeah,
the digital fashion because for the traditional one you can always have a runway having model,
that's
but for
right. Mhm.
digital one it's really you need to find a good way to experimental all the digital
Yeah,
concepts.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's really like interesting for me.
Mhm. From all of the project that you are showing case, so which of
Mhm.
them you think they are really being very successful and some very significant impact for others you want to share?
Wow, there are so many. So
Uh-huh.
there are so many. It's really hard to pick.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I must mention RTKFT for sure. Because,
Yes.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that many of you will agree that it's one of the most successful digital fashion projects so far, I would
Mm-hmm.
say. So they have so many like remarkable previous project like Clone X that
Yeah.
were like NFT, and I saw the news that their sales was over like 800 million, which is like really notable. And there are another like Air Force One pair, which was also like minimum 1.4 Ethereum. I think, yeah, it's quite a lot of success, I would like to say. They have really strong community and they're very influential in both like Web3 and sneaker
Mm-hmm.
people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think their community power is really strong. It will be really nice if like other digital fashion brands have those kind of strong community. Yeah, so and I also saw their like recent Dunk Genesis project, and which was like more public friendly than other like previous very high price
Mm-hmm.
project. So like it's more accessible for the people. So I was really interested in their project. And I also would like to talk about the Fabricant as well,
Yeah.
because they are the leading Web3 fashion house.
Definitely.
And actually, recently I saw their like that primer rave collection during the new fashion week, and I saw that they are making those like Huojang as a like digital couture. So they merging technology and then
Mm-hmm.
couture. So it was really interesting for me. They like literally created a new trend in the fashion culture. Yeah. So, and they also have a strong brand. They have their own unique like collections and colors and stories. So, which was really fascinating for me. Yeah.
That's great. A lot of things for our community and other people who are not really Web3 project. Your researcher is really great and analyze everything very carefully by category. So I know like for a digital fashion brand, they also having a lot of metaverse events. Like for brands like in the metaverse, they have a lot of platform. So as I know, like Zepeto, they have very strong impacting this field and a lot of brand they are enjoying the platform. Can you share more about how they are working on the platform in the pattern?
Yeah, sure. So, like Zepeto is an avatar-based metaverse social platform, and then they created by NAVER Z Corporation, which is one of the biggest corporation in Korea. So I saw that like over 400 million users are in there globally, and like more than like 50 million of those like active users in monthly, which is quite big. So they are one of the largest metaverse platform in Asia. And recently I checked that they also getting attention in globally as well. So their unique point is their collaboration because those like there are so many brands they would like to collaborate with them. The reason is because their user base, would like to say, 19% of Zepeto users are Gen Z, so like they could be our potential customers. So they would like to communicate with that potential customers and like get more close with the cultures, how they like experience, how they would like to experience more in the metaverse. So that's the unique point of Zepeto. And also, I recently saw that they got a huge investment from major investors, which make me to expect the more like exciting project
Yeah.
as well. So, like, how about I introduce like some interesting collaboration that they do?
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm. So this is my slides.
Mhm.
So like there were so many interesting global brands who did so many collaboration. For example, like Gucci, they
Mhm.
also have Gucci and Cora project with Zepeto, which was really impressive because they had a lot of project in there. Like you could do game, you could like buy those virtual products you could like try on in that virtual world and communicate with others and also can do some social media challenges which was really interesting because like Gen Zs they really like social media dancing
Yes.
challenges I would say. So in Zepeto they have a lot of dance challenge or some social media challenges. So Gucci also had a lot of challenge with those social media hashtag as well, which was quite impressive. And there were like Bulgari as well and Crocs. I would like to say like Crocs, they had such an interesting collaboration because they actually had some design contest with those users. So users can make their own design and then they do the contest and the winning design could actually be the phygital product, which was really interesting for me.
Oh,
And they also, yeah, had some event with their like ambassador K-pop group aespa. And
mhm.
yeah, they also have some like really interesting live virtual event. So actually like their whole project, it make the users to actually come to join their project. So I think this kind of strategy is really important when you do this kind of collaboration in Zepeto. Yeah, it's really interesting. Other like brands, they also had very unique collaboration and showcased their collection in there. When I was searching about Zepeto, it was really interesting to check every single project.
That's great. And for our listeners, if you are really interested in this project, you can go for Yejin, her website, her blog to see all the beautiful content and support her. It's really amazing job that she was doing. For the next question, I really want to ask is, as we all know, digital fashion design is very exciting in this field and combine a lot of things, like you said before, metaverse, gaming. So I think like in the future, fashion and gaming, they are really combining into a more gamification way. So also, can you share about your insights and current trends that you are seeking in this industry?
Yeah, sure. Like, so for my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
it seems that those like digital fashion collection, which are more like unrealistic and which is really like strong taste and has some groundbreaking design, has like attract more attention, I would like to say. I think that's because like it's in digital, so only digital fashion can have this. So people would like to tend to interested in those like really strong taste collection, I would like to say. So if I look those digital fashion collection, it's almost like an object, like a complete art, I would like to say. So those like parts, they spread out like we are in some zero gravity, or like every organics, it keep moves, which is really interesting and which makes the users to make it interesting. And also, I think it goes with the big fashion trends of the year. For example, like those like bold trend was kinda hit, like kinda it had a big hit in this year. Do you remember? Like there are so many like bows,
Mm-hmm.
and I also checked there were a lot of big bows in digital fashion as well in this year. And I also checked there are many like science fiction and like mythic fantasy design as well. And they, I think it will be very interested by those communities and fan bases, I would like to say. Usually it has like some fitting silhouette and really very decorative details as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to talk about those like materials and texture they use because it was really interesting for me. So I would like to say the top choice was glossy and transparent like water or metallic texture was really doing good. And like also there are so many products that maximizing the feeling of the material, like very fluffy or very
Mm-hmm.
soft. So this kind of texture has very like intensive visual impact. So this kind of collections, yeah, I think is really getting popular these days.
Cool. So you're
Mhm.
also sharing, there's a trend in the digital fashion as the normal fashion it is. There are certain
Mhm.
trends that all the designer, they are trying to catch the trend and
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
that's very interesting point.
Mhm.
Yeah. So above this, what do you think? Like, are there any key challenges for designers when they are facing this unique space? And how do you see like they are putting this improvement and innovation in this exciting journey between the gaming and fashion world? Also, let's say the key challenging with the digital garments in this
Mhm.
area.
Yeah. So like you just said, like digital fashion, it links the game and fashion design genre. And then like because it has those potential to blend it both. But however, until now, because the game trend and the fashion trend, like they were working very like different direction, so they have very different character, very strong each other. Like game has their own very strong character, and those like traditional fashion trend had their own very strong character. So it will be a little bit hard to mix it and make it, I mean, at the same time, you need to mix it in a cool way to catch attention to the crowds. So it will be really hard. So I think it can be a big challenge. And like I recently I saw that there are many like good examples which could blend those two genres very well. So I think that this can be the solution if they can blend these two tastes very well. And also, those like strong concept and brand identity will be very important because, like basically, you need to make them remember your brands. Like that, you need to make them, yeah, keep
Like
thinking about
stand
your
out.
brands. Yeah, that's right. So you need to build a lot of brand stories and like colorway or concept as well. Like this is really basic thing, but I would like to mention to build this because it's really important for like to engaging.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then also I would like to talk about some marketing thing because after you make those great, like amazing creating arts and digital collections, I think it's also very important to like promote it. Like you need to go to social medias, for example, and like keep communicating with people and then keep talk about and introducing your nice art
Mhm.
collections. Yeah, so I think that's also very important.
Yeah, that's very important, as you said. It's in a Web3 way. It's like you are not
Mhm.
living alone, but you are calling for your community also to join
Yeah,
this project. That's very
that's
different
right.
from traditional way that you just put in advertisement, then your
Mhm.
audience just see. So engagement, as you said before, it's really important for all these projects and interaction with young generation. Yeah. Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah. So can you tell us more about your project? I see so many beautiful slides. So do you want to share us with your own blog and what the project you are right now working on?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to share. So, like, also made this kind of graphic project, which was about metaverse branding, 10 best virtual fashion project. So, when I was searching about those interesting virtual fashion project, I was thinking that it will be very interesting to compare them because I found a few very interesting common points which can be make those projects very successful. For example, it could be like some early access
Mhm.
opportunities, or if they have some other immersive experience like mini games or like virtual runway or events.
Mm.
So yes, I made those keywords and then it would be very easy to check which project and which kind of, yeah, like which brand in which project. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I had this project and it was really interesting and helpful for me to research about this field. And also, I recently, I would like to show you. Yeah, recently I had an interview with YIQIN, founder of HGVIS. So I what I also was interested in was engaging with those top leaders in this field because I wanted to learn how they think and what's their visions and like what's their project. So like thanks to you, so I could have this interview. It was such an honor for me. So for example, like I could learn about your fashion journey and also about the current project and then like about your platform
Mhm.
and also some other like your visions. It was really interesting because I was always curious about this like top leaders visions about this field and how do you think about it. So it's really useful. I believe that for others who just started to learn about this field, I think it will be very helpful to learn how those like top leaders are thinking. Yeah, so I recently had this interview and well, at the moment, I'm preparing a lot of other research too. I'm studying and experience all those Web3 metaverse individually, and also like I mentioned about the brandings. I was searching some like nice example of metaverse platform or Web3 project which has strong brand and strong identity. Yeah, so I'm also working on that project as well.
Oh, that's cool. A lot of achievements you are doing and such a nice research in this field because there's a lot of things are happening and I think we are more like from your side, you are not like educating, but give other people who don't know this new field a very clear vision about what the waves and what the trend that Web3 and digital fashion is going. So thank you so much for everything. And if you have any Instagram or LinkedIn, how can we connect with you? Can you share your social media?
Yeah, sure. So
Mhm.
this is my contact info. So I have my LinkedIn and my Substack channel for sticker fashion, and also have Twitter. And also you can easily contact me via email or
Mhm.
Telegram. So, yeah.
Cool. That's so nice. So, for our listeners, if you want to know more deep insights in this industry, please don't hesitate to contact our leader in this digital fashion field. Okay, thank you so much for today's episode, and I'm really honored to invite you to be our guest and talk about everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was really nice.
Okay, so let's see each other in the next episode. Bye bye.